Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to the Battle of Tanoi. This battle has been a long time coming, and oh my god, the Greens have just dropped, oh my god, they've just dropped bombs on the Tangerian defences. So the Greens are going to be advancing with all of their airborne infantry now, including all the tanks that was left over in the previous video, in one of the previous videos. So the Greens are going to be attacking from this side right here, and the Tans are going to be attacking from this side right here. And there's going to be a new wave every 60 seconds, so this is going to be a super cool battle. There is a number of Tangerians set up behind these sandbag defences that are waiting for them, and this siege has been a long time coming, as they have been besieging this city now for around, oh god, about 2 weeks maybe, something like that. Oh, they do have a T-55 in the centre as well, so they've got to watch out for this thing, as this is the Tangerian's most heavy tank, number 277 right there. Maybe there's an officer inside of it or something, the guy that's looking after all of the defences at the start. So anyway, if the Tans and the Greens do take this town, being the city of Tanoi, they will have won the Tanger-Tan wars. But the Reds did win the previous battle, according to this poll right here. And yeah, so they're going to be supporting the Tangerians with a few of their infantry and a few BTRs. So they're going to be arriving very soon. We do have the Blues also arriving from this direction. I mean, we'll get up a picture right here, and that's all the different colours with the arrows and stuff. With those giant arrows, that's where they're all going to be coming from. But anyway, the Greens are going to be advancing with the Tans. This is the first part of the battle. A couple of hundred men in the first wave, with the rest of their armies following very shortly behind them. So this is my second take on this video tonight, because the first take crashed on me for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, they're approaching with some Shermans. No idea what he's doing. Just going to flank them by the looks of it. He's moving over to the Tan side. We've got another tank over here as well. He's got the furthest out of all of them. Acting as portable bunkers. Bunkers on wheels. And there is some Tangerian infantry inside these buildings. Yeah, you've got a couple inside here, look. All these buildings are destroyable as well. We've got Levolution in Armament of War. So let me know in the comments who's going to win this battle. Who are you vouching for? Are you vouching for the oranges and the, gore, should we say, the grey, the orange and the red union? Or are you voting for the GBT, which is the greens, the tans and the blues? Or the greens, the blues and the tans, should I say. Could be anybody's game. The greens are bringing up a full division of men, and so are the Tans, and these Tans are under the command of General Lutan, but he is at the back of the lines at the moment, giving out his orders. They are equipped with rifles, OK-47s, and some grey K-47s as well. So they've got a good mix of weaponry, and they're getting a lot of fire from these mortars over here. So yeah, I've been looking forward to this battle for quite some time. I've been doing quite the build-up to it. Oh, that tank is going to engage the T-55. Another cool thing is he could roll straight through that house if he wanted to. Attacking the T-55 head-on though is a bad idea. The infantry are breaking through. The Greens have broke through first by the looks of it. Oh, the Tans have broke through first, so this victory is going to the Tans. The Tans can have the honour of getting their first soldiers through. But then again, the Greens got their first tank through, so... Oh my god, the Greens have travelled a little bit further than what I thought. Breaking 2 tanks through, he's behind. All he has to do is take a shot. He just needs to shoot that T-55 from behind. They're going all the way through. These Tangerians didn't have much in the way of defences. Oh, a direct hit. That's what they need to do. They managed to do it though. It's a bit of a fury moment there. They need to get behind the Tangerian tank, as the armour is weakest on the rear of the tank. Anyway, let's have a look at the Blues. They should be advancing from this angle down here. So the monsoons have stopped now as well. It's been raining a lot in Armament of War lately, but the rains have died down for this particular battle, which is good, making it a lot better for planes, as the monsoons made it very hard for air visibility. The Blues have got to engage all of these Tangerians over here, and they have quite a lot of defences towards this position here. And the main objective for the GBT forces is to get all the way through to the central part here, and also kill the colonel. So you guys can name this colonel. Who was the defender of Tanoi? You guys can name him, and I will vote for the best one in the comments. So upvote the best one in the comments, and I will pick it. The Reds will be approaching from this direction over here, but we have a good few minutes yet until they do arrive. The Greens are now breaking through. Look at that. Here they come. A lot of airborne troops right there. Another wave was spawning in then, that's why we had a little bit of lag. And they're followed with a lot of Tans as well. Who would have thought? The Greens and the Tans working together. They're fighting the second level. Yep, there's another row of Tangerians set up behind these trees. These guys have been put here for a reason, and if you look over here, there's also another line of them over here. Just in case the Tans decide to come through this woodland here. It looks to me like every one of the Greens and Tans are focused on the right flank. I'll have to come up for a name with the Greens as well. I'm thinking something like Colonel Grassington, that sounds good. Tell you something, at the end of this series, it'll be nice to get every bit of the video and make a story out of it and make a comic book or something like that. And really go into detail about all the politics and everything that happened during the series, all the bits that we missed. As it's Men of War, we can only really focus on the battles, you see. These guys are holding their own. We have a building which is falling down there, which is causing a lot of frame rate drop. God, I think I've got ringing in my ears, wow. I've got genuine shell shock from Men of War. Who would have thought? Let's have a look at the Blues. Blues are working their way up through these sandbags right here. So the Tangerians would have put these in place on the pallets off the back of the trucks, and they would have been out to build some more of these defences over there. But clearly they didn't manage to do it in time, so the Blues can now use it as cover to move up on the Tangerians. You can see the Tangerians are holding position, and they're now fighting any Blues that come out of this house right here. So if I was the Blues, I would get in the windows and start shooting them that way. We've got a full advance down here, including the tank. Oh, here comes the tank. Oh, a direct hit though from the cannon. He's just rolling through the buildings and the defences. Can they make it to the centre? The Reds have also arrived as well. They're now reinforcing the Tangerians. So I've been doing some thinking. If the Greens and the Tans can take the city, I think it's going to be a united Viet Tan, north and south, all under the same colour. But the only way it can't happen is if the Greens, the Tans and the Blues lose this battle. If they can manage to hold this city, then it will remain under Eastern ideology, because that's what they are fighting for, you see. The Greens are fighting to get Western ideology over to the East. So democracy. And with the Tans, they're supported by the Greens this time round, which makes it so they're a puppet state of the Greens. So if the Greens can reapply the Tans to power in the East, then, oh my god, look, that's a lot of troops. That's a full division of men moving up. And if they can re-put them into power, then they will have full control of the East as well as the West. But the Reds do not want that, so the Reds will not let them have the north of Viet Tan. The Reds have already said you can have the south, but not the north. So maybe if the Reds and Tangerians do win this battle, maybe we could see the Reds drive back the GBT forces all the way back to South Viet Tan, and we could see like an armistice sign, a bit like North and South Korea. That'd be pretty cool. And we could have a second neutral zone on our hands. But the Reds are currently fighting the Blues in the neutral zone as well. We'll be going back to that battle soon as well. Blue Airborne have done really well to get this far. They took a lot of casualties though. But now that the Tangerians are fighting on two fronts, they're very distracted. That poor guy. Now the Greens are running around the corner and they're like, yep, dudes, over here. We've secured the area. Move forward. We also have a tank. And now we have Reds engaging Greens. I don't think we've ever seen this really. A Red engaging a Green. But it's definitely going to be happening in the future, as the Red Union and the Greys pose the bigger threat. The Tangerians are just a little threat at the moment, because they're fighting on three fronts. We are going to be going back to the capture of Colonel Gustav in the future as well. We did an episode of a few weeks ago where the Tan rebels did capture one of the orange colonels within Tangeria itself, and that's because there are Tan rebels in Tangeria as well. Still could be anybody's game. Didn't realise how effective this roadblock would actually be with such a little tank. They need to bring up some AT and maybe use the cover of the smoke to maybe we can take this tank out. Number 311. And let's have a look how many kills that tank actually got. It's got 28 kills. You can see there was some troops in and out the houses as well. But they can man these buildings. There we go. I think the lag has died down now. Not altogether, but I think it's now playable at last. Soldiers moving through the buildings. I don't think any Tangerians did manage to man these BTRs in time. We've now secured them. Still using the cover of the mortars. How are the Reds doing? Are the Reds bringing in any more troops? Let's have a look. I think the Reds have brought in all the troops that they can. I'm not seeing any more Reds. Wow, they must have lost a lot of troops. I scripted around 10 waves of Reds come in. With around 10 BTRs as well. They seem to have all been taken out by the looks of it. Going to hold in position over here. Have to come up with a name for this road. But Tanoi is no more. It's lucky they moved all the civilians out. But hey, I suppose the Tans can rebuild it after. GBT forces have got to make it to that central point to win this battle. They did start using this hillside. It's like I thought, but they're being held off by the Reds in these buildings. There's a couple of Blues outflanking them as well though. I wonder how many Blues are over here. I think there's only like 2 dudes. Still anybody's game. Doing really well to hold this centre. I think it's because it's such a narrow passage. No soldiers can get down here. There's still a lot of them left though. They appear to be retreating. Why are they retreating? They need to advance. Still a number of Blues in the forest as well. I think the Reds are doing their, doing what they came to do. Oh, a couple more buildings have just been taken out. But we might have to come for a part 2 on this battle as well. As there's still quite a lot of Greens and Tans left. But the Reds and the Tangerians have held it for now. They've held this part of the city. So if we zoom out, let's have a zoom out. And we can see that this part of the city here is still under Tangerian and Red control all the way up to about here. And then the Greens have managed to take all of this part and all of this part here. But this is under Tan and Green control, so that means the Tans and the Greens do own half of the city now. So we could be seeing a part 2. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see a part 2 of this battle. I think I might cut out a few of the laggy bits as well, so... yeah, I think it's been really epic. The Colonel's still alive. Like I say, name the Colonel in the description. And we're going to come back for a part 2, I think. So a big thank you to everyone that's watched this video. Do like, and like I say, do follow me on Instagram. Oh god, what's that BTR doing? Oh, he's going to throw a grenade. Grenade it. He's backing into the house. He's like, not today. Oh! And there goes half the building with it. But yeah, we're definitely going to come for a part 2 on this one. As there's still a lot of Greens and Tans left. So now, I think in the next battle, we're going to secure one side of the city for the Greens and Tans, and we're going to secure the other side for the Reds and the Tangerians. So this is going to be cool. So, a big thank you to everyone that's watched, and I'll see you all in the next one.